Hello, writers. It's Thursday. We're in the home stretch of adapting the fairy tale of the Goldilocks and the Three Bears. Hopefully, you've been working hard and you are ready to finish writing, or at least get close to being done with your fairy tale. Okay? So here I am on Seesaw. You'll need to get onto Seesaw, and I'm seeing on the activity. If I click on activities and I go up to Fractured Fairy Tales for Thursday, we need to revise and edit before drafting your ending. Okay, so you'll want to go back to your journal and you'll want to revise and edit. I'm going to skip that step right now so that this will be closer or faster for you today. Okay, so let's go ahead and let's look at, I don't want that. Okay, writing a fractured fairy tale. Okay, so you're going to have to do a lot of thinking today and thinking about what the characters are going to say when they discover that your sneaky character has touched their three objects. Okay, now for me, my line number one would be the water. Okay, so when Pa McKee sees that she's had sniffed his water, he's going to say, "That dog has been sniffing my water." And the Ma's going to say, Ma McKee's going to say, "That dog has been sniffing my bubble water." And then, of course, Abby, who's not a baby, will say, "That dog was sniffing my water and she knocked it over. It's all over the floor," or something like that. Or she'll say, she's going to go, "Uh-oh. That dog was sniffing my water and it's all over the floor." Because whenever Winnie does something wrong in our house, we say, "Uh-oh." Okay, number two, the sock. Okay, so you got to think of your number two thing. And I'm thinking, okay, when they say that, when they notice that she's been drooling, yeah, 'cause it's kind of wet, right? So someone drooled on my clean sock. And then the Ma's going to say, or no, "That dog has drooled on my my dirty sock." And then Abby will find one of her socks on the floor and say, "Uh-oh, that dog was chewing on my sock and there's a big hole in it." Okay. Then my third thing, you can save that for tomorrow if you want. In fact, you might want to do that. Save that one for tomorrow. Okay. So, but you might, if you want to start thinking about it, you could. Okay. So I'm going to go back to my writing and I'm going to see what I did. Okay. So today I worked on 3 paragraphs. So I'm going to come up here. Here we go. Coming into the final stretch of my story here. All was fine until it started to get windy. At first it was just, oops, wait, I don't want that. Oopsie, oopsie, oopsie. Where am I? Oh, here we go. The 3 McKees came home and she was asleep. She was so asleep that she didn't even hear them burst in the front door. They opened the sliding door and called her name, but no Winifred. Where could she be? They checked the gate. It was closed. So where was Winifred? That was when Abby noticed that the patio umbrella was upside down and the back door was unlocked. She knew about Winifred's fear of wind and knew that that crazy pooch was surely in the house. Okay, here we go. Abby was sure Winifred was in the house when she heard from the kitchen. "Yuck! That dog was sniffing my bubble water." From the office she heard Pa McKee said in his big voice, "Yuck! That dog has been sniffing my water." Abby walked into the living room and yelled, "Uh-oh, that dog was sniffing my water and she spilled it all over the floor." Seconds later, ooh, I like how I made time pass there. Seconds later, Pa noticed one of his clean socks on the floor and said, "That dog slobbered on my clean sock." Ma noticed one of her stinky running socks and said, "That dog slobbered on my sock too." Abby picked up one of her socks and yelled, "Uh-oh, that dog not only chewed on my sock, but she chewed a big hole in it." Okay, so I'm seeing some dialogue here, right? So what authors often do when new characters are speaking is they start a new paragraph. So I'm going to go ahead and fix that right now. And also well, let's see. Abby was sure that Winifred was in the house when she heard from the kitchen, "Yuck, that dog was sniffing my bubble water." Okay, then I'm going to click down. Oops, I have to edit. Then I'm going to click here and, oops, it took me back to the beginning. Come on. I'm going to pause this while I look for that. Okay. Okay, I found where I need to be. So we have Ma talking here, right? "Yuck, that dog was sniffing my bubble water." Then I'm going to skip a line. "From the office, Pa McKee said in his big voice, 'Yuck, that dog's been sniffing my water.'" Okay, notice how I put quotation marks around what people say. Abby walked into the living room and yelled, "Uh-oh, that dog was sniffing my water and she spilled it all over the floor." Seconds later, Pa noticed one of his clean socks on the floor and said, "That dog slobbered on my clean sock." Okay, he's done talking. A new person's talking. Skip down. Ma noticed one of her stinky running socks and said, "That dog slobbered on my sock too." Abby picked up one of her socks and yelled, "Uh-oh, that dog not only chewed on my sock, but she chewed a big hole in it." Okay, so that's all I think you should work on today. Just the reactions and the dialogue with when they find out that your sneaky character has used two of their objects. And I think you should save the bed part for tomorrow, okay? So don't forget that when you're done, you go ahead and check the green box and hit draft. And then it will be safe and sound for you for tomorrow. Okay? Have a fun time writing.